So what exactly am I getting my kids for Christmas? Well, we have lots of candy for stockings. We usually do not have a lot of candy throughout the year, so at Christmas time, yes, I fill their stockings with candy. And that is the main thing that's in their stocking. And they will eat through that. So we have a ton of candy to fill in their stockings. I do not wrap the candy. I just put it in there. And I have weird, odd things as well in here. There was glue sticks stuck in there and ribbon. Glad I found those because that was for a different project and I'd be looking for them. So everyone gets candy. Some of the older kids, they're with me. And so I just say, okay, what kind of candy do you want? And they will throw it in the basket because I don't want to get something that they don't want or need. Most candy does have soy in it. So if you have a soy sensitivity, keep that in mind. But so I allow them to have candy for their stockings for Christmas. Okay, so we have this whole philosophy in our life, and it has become ever more true this year that we want to make holidays intentional. And the purpose of Christmas is to celebrate the birth of Christ. Yes, I understand it is not on Christ's birthday, and I totally understand that. I look at it like this. I grew up without holidays. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. And I look at it like this. So I personally did not have holidays growing up, and I really kind of feel like I missed out quite a bit not having holidays. That said, if my child was to have a birthday, say on a Wednesday, and we decide that we're going to celebrate that birthday on Sunday because that's the day that dad gets off from work, then it's still celebrating that child's birthday. And that's kind of how I feel with Christmas. We don't know when Christ was born. There's no exact day. If God wanted us to know the exact day that Jesus was born, then he would have written it in the Bible. And he did not. But we want to celebrate that day. For us, different things have different meanings. I know that there's also some pagan traditions, and I think there's pagan traditions around lots of different holidays. For us, a tree, I think most of you have seen that we do have a tree up. And if I was not telling you what we're having for Christmas presents, then I'd bring you downstairs to our tree. But I am, and I don't want the kids to know what I got. So, yeah. So the tree for us is representing that Adam and Eve sinned. So that was the need for a savior was through their sin, through eating the fruit. And so we have a tree to represent that we are all sinners in need of a savior. And so that's why we have the tree. We have things on our tree that represent different things like within that as well. Another thing is we do stockings. Some people ask if we do stockings. Yes, we do stockings. We do that as a representation of Jesus washing the disciples' feet and how we should have a humble heart and a humble attitude throughout the year, that we would want to give of ourselves and not constantly receive. Our Christmas is filled with lots of giving. Every year it looks different. This year it's been kind of hard emotionally. Our son had passed away in February, so I'm just trying to get through the motions. So it just depends on how much we do each year. So this year I have a bunch. We had baked, I don't know, I think a couple hundred cookies. And so we put those in 3 packs of cookies and stapled a tract on top of it, a Christmas tract, the meaning of Christmas, and passed those out to a bunch of people. It just depends on the year, what we do, how much we don't do. Last year we did a thing where people, because we have a roadside stand, and sorry, the wood stove is downstairs below me, so it's getting a little bit warm up here, but I'm usually such a chilly person. So we had I had asked if anyone needed to be blessed that year, if you could just drop me like their name and address. And I just went from place to place and did, I don't know, I think we did about 40 families all together, and we dropped things off. And then we did a random bunch to somebody, some other people. And so we did that last year. So it really just depends on the year on what we do. And I've heard stories from people, because we live in a small community, of how that has blessed them. And I just really appreciate that. And I love to see my children being able to do and give that. It's really an important part to teach our children how to give and not just to receive. This year, we're doing it especially simple. I have shared before that throughout the years, we have done different things. I have no problems giving used toys. I have no problems if it's something that they're going to enjoy and love and whatever. This year, I'm really trying to minimize our lives, which means minimizing stuff and giving meaning and purpose to our lives. And it needed to be a little bit different this year as well. So I decided a while ago, I think over the summertime, that I wanted to take our children. Hold on. I hear people in the room right below me. And we have these heater vents. We have these heater vents down there. So you can like hear through the heater vent, but it's actually just like a hole in the floor that like the air comes up from the wood stove or from the heating. It's an old house, so that's how it's set up. There's no actual heat upstairs. It's just like through ventilation, and actually it gets really hot upstairs usually. So I need to cover over, so I took my pillow and I just covered over the heating vent so nobody's like spying under the heating vent. Okay, so we decided that I asked my husband if he would be okay if we just took our kids to someplace for Christmas and the day after. And he said, because Christmas falls actually on his day off on a Sunday, and then he usually has Monday off, so we're just going to do like one day. We looked locally, and then we talked through some things and whatever, and then he requested some time and whatever. So we are going to be going someplace on on Christmas Day itself. So I was just thinking of this because like my son and stuff is coming over Christmas Eve to celebrate those things, but my husband's actually not going to be home. So, okay. We are going to be celebrating with our family on Christmas Eve, and then we're going to be going someplace for Christmas Day, because we noticed that the most meaningful times for all of us, for our children, if we ask our children, what do you like to do, or what did you get for this time, they're always talking about things that we did together as a family, whether it's camping or going on a trip here or going on a trip there. That's what's memorable. They can't remember what they got for Christmas last year. They can't. Most kids cannot remember what they got last year. Sometimes they will, however. Our children themselves give gift exchanges between themselves, so everyone will pick a name and they'll buy for that one person, and then that person will buy for somebody else. So we just kind of draw names in a hat, usually like September or so, and they'll pull a name out of the hat and they either make something or buy something small, and they usually remember that gift. So that's important to them and that's special to them. But other than that, it's more the going someplace or doing something together, or the memories that there is in that. So I needed personally for emotional well-being and such, and I felt like our children probably did too, something out of the normal, because this is our first year without our son. So we are going to do something this year. That said, I don't want to give details on that because some people will be watching this that don't know this, and most of the children are going to be surprised on what we're doing. So if you see this video and you know our family, shush. Okay, so what I did buy is every year I buy them pajamas. So those are all wrapped up PJs. So for all of my younger kids, I usually get pajamas for everyone. I know that A couple of my older kids aren't really into pajamas, so I did do a little something different for them because they like to wear different things besides pajamas, and I would rather like let them choose what they want as far as what they want to wear to bed, because you get in an age and it's like, no, I really don't want to wear that. I would rather wear this. And at that age, you can make those decisions for yourself and decide what you want to do or not to do. So they're going to be allowed, they can do that, but I made something else for them, which I hope that they enjoy and is personal. One of those people is going to be editing this video, so I don't want to share that. I don't know if she's going to edit it or not. I might not even edit it. Okay. The other thing is in our family, we do a color-coded system. And so each child, there is a color related to that child. So say like my son is red and he is 16. So his bath towel has like a little loop that's red. He has a red plate. He has a red cup. Everything that he does is red. And that's for many reasons. When I had a lot of kids, there'd be plates left at the table and everyone would say, oh, that's not my plate, that's somebody else's. So it would show them like accountability, and they were able to be accountable over the color of their plate, because I would be like, oh, no, that's your plate. And it was easier for me to pick out. Also, as far as towels go, it's nice because then each child knows that that's their towel, and they're not saying, oh, you dried me off with somebody else's towel or something, and it makes for less laundry. So this year, what I decided to do, because we actually need new bath towels, some of them are they're getting old. And we can use those bath towels for our animals and such. Like when our piglets are born, we can use old towels and stuff. So I decided to go and get our bathroom's colors. I had they're like brown and teal. So I did have brown towels at first, and then I had teal colors. And so I have both of those towels, but now the brown towels are being used for like a specific thing. And the teal towels are going to be like changed over to be used for something else. So I try to do, like color coordinate, like, okay, the brown towels are only for washing dishes. And these teal towels, we're actually going to bring them out to the animal trailer for animals. So I didn't want to do either of those colors, but I cannot find all of my children's colors as far as, okay, I found a red towel, I found an orange towel, yada, yada, yada. So I bought these white towels. They're a fairly decent towel. I had got them on sale. I bought a bunch of towels, and then I bought these. I had to buy like a kit and then an extra set of towels, of the tie-dye things. So each of these have a tie-dye. Who's at my door? Okay, give me 5 more minutes. So I have the towel and I have the tie-dye. So the tie-dye will, after Christmas, will tie-dye each of their towels. So it comes out kind of cool and interesting and different, and they'll be able to like create their own thing. And I think that experience will also give them a fun time. So I just did this, and then I rolled like this and like that. And I just wrapped them like that. So, are you still right there? Okay, she's not still right there. So that's what I did. So basically they're having pajamas and they're having towels, and then we are going to go away. I also so those are going to be for Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day we're going to leave really early. And so I'm going to keep the younger kids probably in their pajamas because we're leaving really early. So what I'm going to do is bring all the stockings. Everyone will be able to get their stocking and bring that in the car, so they'll have lots of candy to keep them busy on the way down. So where we're going might not like that because they might be a little bouncy after that. So they'll bring their stockings with them. I also created I'll show you. Hold up. I had some things gifted to me. Most of this was actually all gifted to us through this lady that I know. So I made these up for them to bring, and it has like a bunch of cool little things in here. So I just like packed some in each bin. It's like putty. I bought these actually at like a like, you know, where you get like, if you have a birthday party, like the little party surprise things. Anyway, there is a bag full of little trinkety things. So they will have that, and they will have their stockings. And then I'm not quite sure when I'm going to give it, but I also got photo albums. I'm trying to debate. I think I'm just going to put this video up. I also got photo albums for the kids so they can look through those as we are driving. So that is all that we got. I know, no toys, no whatever, but I'm going to be honest here. My kids usually do not play with toys for hours on end. They play with open-ended toys, like they like their dress-up stuff. They like blocks, they like those types of things, but we already have a lot of that stuff, and we have it in bins, so they don't need extra stuff because they just won't play with it. It will just sit there. They'll play with it for a couple days or a couple weeks, and then it's gone. So I want to give my children more meaningful things so that I'm giving them memories instead of actual like things that are just going to end up in the trash eventually. So that is how we do Christmas. I know people have asked. I think that they think that we're going to have this like huge piles of toys under the Christmas tree, and people are going to like rip them open, and they're going to love them for a minute, and then they're going to step all over them and whatever. But we are more like about our child's heart, and the real focus of Christmas is not about like them getting toys. And they don't even they don't ask for toys. They're just happy with anything that they get, to be honest with you, because they would rather like just spend time as family. They're more excited about like the gifts that they give each other, or like actually making that gift to give to a sibling, than they are like receiving a gift. And I think that's really a beautiful thing. So we are going to have an awesome time this Christmas, and it's going to be so different and so original. And I can't wait to see their faces when they realize that we're leaving like the next day, you know? So if you watch this video and you know our family, I don't even want a hint of that you know anything. Thank you. So that is what we get our kids for Christmas, or what we are getting them this year. And I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a blessed day. Bye.